What do I do with my hair? That's a question I'm getting so much right now from people about because they're at home and working from home. And we are simply just not maintaining our hair like we used to. And we're certainly not maintaining it for the camera. And while crazy hair days and bad hair days are kind of accepted, as the lines between home and work are kind of blurred, they're definitely not professional and they're definitely a faux pas. So today's topic is about how to style your hair for the camera, all the do's and the don'ts to show up on camera looking very professional. And we have a very special guest here in the Waist Up Wardrobe studio, ready to answer all our questions and give us all the tools we need to show up on camera looking great with our hair. But if you want to learn about those, you're going to have to stick around to find out. Welcome to Waist Up Wardrobe. I'm Christine Vartanian, an attorney turned personal style expert and image consultant. As the founder of Jade for All Seasons, I am passionate about unveiling the inner confidence of my clients by developing their personal style and dressing them for success. But is getting dressed up still important in our virtual world? Well, that's where my experience can help with what I call Waist Up Wardrobe. Waist Up Wardrobe is a podcast for all things you need to conduct an outstanding Zoom meeting. It's about how to dress for the camera, but it's not just about the clothes. It's about everything you need to know to show up on brand and professionally on camera. Join me in the Waist Up Wardrobe studio to discuss how to navigate this virtual world and dominate from behind the desk. Hi, Virtual Nation. So glad to have you here in the Waist Up Wardrobe studio. We have a real treat for you here today. Hands-on information and tools that you can take away that you can use for your everyday hairstyling. We are really wanting to hear your comments and your questions. So please put your comments and your questions in the chat box because Adriana, our expert here, guest is going to be here and she'll be answering all those questions live. So really take advantage of that because it's a missed opportunity if you don't ask while she's here on live. So one thing I wanted to share about the Waist Up Wardrobe podcast is that we just got approval to be on iTunes. And that is such a treat. We're so excited. You will now be able to, in just as soon as, a day passes or so, you'll be able to download the Audible version on iTunes of Waist Up Wardrobe and listen to it on the go. So we're really excited to share that with our audience. And today we have a really, really special guest. I want to introduce Adriana, who's a master when it comes to hairstyling and design. Adriana Bolanos is is somebody who I hold really in really high expertise level, because she has so much experience about with hairstyling. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about her. Adriana has been in the hairstyling industry for 20 plus years. She is a master stylist. She started her career out on the East Coast, and she has become a master at creativity when it comes to different shapes of faces and styles and trends. And she really, really is a master at haircuts, but she knows really everything that goes into having a knockout hairstyle. She's dedicated to continuous education, and evidence of that is that she is an instructor. Even though she works full time as a stylist, she is an instructor who teaches other young, stylists how to become great at the craft. And I love that about her. It just shows how she's a lifetime learner, and that she wants to educate herself and learns as she teaches, which is such a great quality. She's a full-time creative she's a full-time creative hairstylist at the salon of Tony and Guy. And she lives in sunny Orange County, and she lives there with her white husky, who is her companion as she practices her hobbies of meditation and hiking and just gratitude. She is a person that lives a life of gratitude. Hi, Adriana. How are you?
Hi, Christine. Thank you. Thank you for that beautiful introduction.
And I definitely am so excited that you're here. I really, I respect you a lot in your industry. I respect the person that you are. And for me, that is such a gift to not only be great at your craft, but to be somebody who gives a customer service like no other. That embodies who you are. And before we proceed, I just want to acknowledge that behind the scenes, Rick Moscoso, our producer, is controlling everything as that happens in the StreamYard studio. So I just want to say thank you and acknowledge him there. And please drop your comments and your questions. Hi, Kristen. Kristen Levine's on with us. Nice to see you as always. And this is going to be a great show. We'll get a lot of takeaways. Thank you for being here. So, just for a moment, I want to tell the audience and remind them that this is a series of podcasts that one builds on top of the other. We're giving our audience really a course, if you wanted to think about it that way, of how to build an outstanding Zoom room, from the hair to the clothes to the technology that you need to conduct an outstanding Zoom meeting or stream or whatever it is that you do online. So just know that about Waist Up Order, because that's our goal for our audience. So Adriana, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, number one, thank you. It's such a great honor to be here and to be in company with such an incredible entrepreneur, businesswoman, mom, everything. You are a woman that is someone to admire. So thank you for this opportunity. I started my career at Tony and Guy about 15 years ago, but I've been doing hair over 20 years. I started in New York City, doing Fashion Week, working in the heart of New York City on the West Side, dealing with very high-end, clientele. And this is where I really got to fine tune my art and really dig my claws into being the best artist that I can be, surrounded by incredible artists who, brought me up and educated me. And now I get that opportunity to, inspire other who are already hairdressers outside of our salon, to inspire them to be better artists. And this is my way of contributing. I get to do all that here. I did it in New York. Now I do it here in California. And I get the best of all worlds. I get to do fashion, Fashion Week, and, be constantly in the newest trends. And, I'm just so blessed. I get to hike, I do 17-mile hikes in one day. And, I take my baby with me, and, I live the most magnificent life. And I'm so grateful for this grand opportunity. And for me to be able to be here to give you some pointers of how to look your best.
Yes, I am so appreciative of that. Thank you for that. Really, your kind words. I want to jump right in, because I think people are just like itching to hear what you have to say. And I want to start by asking, what is your number one hair philosophy? Like, is there one thing that you consider your mantra when it comes to hairstyling?
Well, for me, hair is my biggest accessory, right? Once my hair is done, then I could accessorize for all the other outer portions of it. But hair is your biggest accessory. So how you show up to the world and how you style your hair is so important. So I say, remember your biggest accessory and do not leave that behind. This is where we get to shine. And however, whether it's subtle, whether, you're in the workforce or you're going out for drinks with your friends or whatever it is, but, this is your biggest accessory. And
yeah.
As is.
Yeah, and you are a big contributor to really making people feel great with their hair. And I think that once you go into a salon, you get your hair done, you walk out feeling like a different person. It's just like clothes, but hair is even more emphasizes more your face, and so that becomes really, really important. And today, as you know, and the whole objective of this show is, we're working from home, we're showing up on Zoom and on virtual rooms a lot. So what are, in your opinion, from what you've been hearing in the industry, what are the biggest struggles for some of your clients now that they really aren't very motivated to care for their hair, but they have to for the professional life?
Yeah, what I keep hearing, the echo in the room is minimal amount of time. I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of things to present myself on camera. So, how to maximize your time so then you can put those 10 to 15 minutes, on your hair and on your face, because, this is what they're going to see. Yeah. So it's about figuring out little things. And I put some links in our site. So then if you don't have the time, you have kids running around, 5 kids or whatever, or you're homeschooling or whatever it is, prep your hair prior to, maybe do heatless curls, and I put some ideas that you guys can do step by steps, other artists who have shown how to achieve this by maybe wrapping your hair or braiding your hair or wrapping your hair in a scarf and then putting it up and then creating those natural waves. Yeah. So there's so many little things that you can do, so then it doesn't take away from all the, being a mom, being a businesswoman, getting on camera and cooking and, homeschooling. So it's about maximizing your time.
Absolutely. And, and even though a lot of us are working from home nowadays, it seems like we have less time. And that's because we are kind of multitasking. Yes. At our home is our office, everything, we can't really focus on one thing at a time. We are learning to multitask. So I really, time has always been one of the most valuable commodities. It's even more important. It's as important as money, because we have so much that we're trying to accomplish and take care of. So I totally understand that. And it's hard when that is a factor, time, Mm-hmm. One of the biggest complaints that I've heard from people is like, how do I maintain my gray? I don't have time sometimes to run out to the salon and get that taken care of every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. So is there a hack or is there a secret to kind of being able to maintain that in between so that if we're appearing on camera, it doesn't look obvious?
So there's a lot of great little things that you can do. Okay. So if you say you slicked your hair back and then now you have that really beautiful sleek gray in the middle. Well, I put a link there. There's a wow shadow that they have a multiple of colors that you can brush on that root area to camouflage it for that camera time until you do get back into the salon. I completely zero that, like a no is do not do your color at home. Do not use box dye. You will regret it at the end and it will cost you more than you wanted because now you're dealing with corrective color or that color now you have hot roots. So do not do your color at home, but yeah, use your eyeshadow. Say there's a moment in time where, you have kids and then they took your wow eyeshadow because they thought it was shadow. So look in your makeup bag. There should be shadows there. Make sure it's not shiny. So it's matte shadows. We don't want shiny shadows on our roots to cover our gray. Our gray is shiny enough. So
okay, well,
they're matte colors.
About the shiny, like what's the problem with that? Will it reflect in the camera?
It reflects in the camera. The hair looks dirty. It's
okay.
we don't want to look dirty. We want to look put together. Like, we took all the time in the world to put this together, although it took us 10 minutes.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sorry. And
no, go ahead.
Say you don't have eyeshadow, mascara.
Yes. Yes, that's what I used to do. That was my hack.
Yes. So there's so many little things. So if you don't have nothing else, mostly all women have mascara.
Yeah.
So, if you have dark hair, you can camouflage it. If you don't have mascara, you don't have eyeshadow, perfect thing is maybe putting a headband on, making it really fancy and beautiful. Scarves are incredibly fashionable right now. They are trending like no other. I know Christine had just talked about accessories.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that real soon because we want to give everybody the details on that. So with the gray, and these are also such amazing hacks. When you said mascara, I was like, yeah, that's what I used to do. I used to get my mascara. But then when you talked about don't use anything shiny, is the mascara too shiny to use?
It's not. And what you can do is maybe put something that's more matte on it.
Yeah.
Just so to camouflage. But usually the mascara is not too shiny. As once it dries, it doesn't dry too shiny from what I found, so you should be okay. Make sure it's completely dry before you get on the camera. Because again,
you don't want it to smear, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah. So Adriana has done a ton of research and a compilation of really key links that I'm going to put in the Facebook page for you to refer back to at the end of the show. We're going to put all those links in there because there's a lot because of all these products. The cover up for the gray and everything else that she mentions is going to be sitting and living on the Facebook page in the feed. So don't worry about taking those down now. We're going to have it all in there for you to reference. So I was going to ask you a question. How about the idea of putting a wig on? If you really I know when people were confined at home because of, the current events and having to work from home, people really could not get their gray covered. And so somebody told me they used a wig, which I thought was really interesting. Do you have an opinion about that?
I think wigs are fantastic. They're definitely trending right now. They have beautiful quality wigs out there. And with that being said, make sure your wig is quality because what happens is the hair might be a little sparse on the less expensive wigs, and they don't look as real. So you wanted to make sure that it suits your face, that it's good quality. If you're gonna spend time or money on a wig, make sure it's good quality. 2, take in consideration that if the wig, before you try on the wig, you wear it out for a day, because what happens is the wig is an extra cover on the head. And with all this heat that we are having, you don't want to be sweating on camera. You don't want to seem like you're nervous because actually you're just sweating because, the hair, the extra hair or the extra cap on your head, it's too hot. Yeah. So, but wigs are beautiful. Now what they're doing is they're putting a wig from here down and allowing their own hair to flip. So flip over, which looks very beautiful, very natural. It's another addition to, instead of having extensions, this is something you can take off and put back on.
Yeah,
so it's very
that's
beautiful.
incredible.
You can have it already set, and all you're doing is hair from here up. So everything seems to be from here forward, from waist up, and from here up. So
that's why we started Waist Up Wardrobe. Yes, absolutely. That's really great. I did not know all those features that a wig can offer. And that, you know, I always thought wigs seem like not authentic, but sometimes they're needed. And at a time when you're like stuck, to know that there are high quality wigs out there is a really great resource. You know, sometimes I want to put my hair up in a ponytail, and then I'll be like, I can see the gray like on the sides. How do you, what do you like, are ponytails okay for the camera? And if so, do you have ideas of what how to style a ponytail?
Yes, there's many ways of styling a ponytail. You know what I find that it's really trendy and beautiful and classic. It's a slick back ponytail. It's very professional, just like, you know, or leaving a little bit of a fringe down. That camouflages the gray on the sides, because this is where we get most of our gray. It's like they're calling out to the world. So having that fringe pulled out really shapes the face. It makes it look a little bit more classy. And then, or the slick back, even part it in the middle and slick it back, maybe putting it down. So the thing about ponytails, what I've realized and I've noticed, is that you have to pay attention to your face shape. So for more mature ladies, we don't want to put it up here, because what happens, it elongates us, right? We don't want to drag us down. So put it maybe up here a little bit further, so it's pulling us, giving us an instant facelift. And that's what we want to look beautiful and have an instant facelift, so then we can look beautiful and professional, and it looks like we took a lot of time. Again, the mascara, the shadow, whatever it is, to cover that gray. And then if you want to add to that, put a ponytail and then put your accessory. Either put the little pins that are really trending. Maybe put the pins where maybe more gray shows, where people sometimes have patches of gray. And so you put pins there. You know, be really creative in how to camouflage those beautiful grays.
Yes.
And or the headbands. The headbands are so beautiful. I put some pictures up where you can put it around your ponytail, you can have it down, you can have your hair loose. So ponytails are great. Do not, if it's frizzy, that's the key. I say do your best not to have frizzy hair on camera, because it enhances. The light picks up everything.
Yeah.
So utilizing those products to smoothen out the hair, whether it's a serum, a pomade, using a natural bristle brush to really sleek your hair down for those women who have really curly hair, or those people who have a lot of hair. It's just to keep that really nice and sleek. Yeah. Using the back of the comb, you know, putting hairspray and using the back of the comb to really sleek down those flyaways that, of course, we have them in through the hairline that are unruly. You take them and you smooth them down with a little bit of hairspray and just the back of the comb, and just little things that we can do to always look fantastic.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, those tips there's so much information in that nugget that you just gave us. And, you know, you spoke a little about accessories, and we have a few photos to put up about accessories with scarves and hair clips. This is what you were talking about when you were saying, you know, camouflaging, or actually an added interesting look. So we had a whole episode on accessories, and I spoke about just this, having accessories for your hair, to do it or not to do it. But it's definitely a do, as long as you do it right. And these are some great ways to style your hair with a scarf and with great looking barrettes and clips, don't you think?
Yes. Yeah. I feel like this is the way to, you know, take 5 minutes and not take too much time, because we are limited on time, and still look fabulous and stylish. Why not get a beautiful scarf that you used to wear around your neck? Now you're actually wearing it around your hair, or, you know, on top, you know, around your head. And it just looks very beautiful, very sophisticated, and very well put together.
Yeah, well, Kristen is chiming in here, and she says she loves the scarf look. And I know Kristen, and she would look fabulous with that look. So yeah, that, you know, these tips are really helpful, because it gives us other ways to show up too that would suit us, right? That we would like, as even aligning with our signature style. You know, there was something really cool that you and I spoke about once, and that was creating beachy waves at home. Like, say you can't go out, like a lot of us can't, we can't get our hair styled. So tell me a little bit about, is there a hack to create beachy waves by yourself?
Absolutely. I actually linked a couple of videos of
Yep.
these great YouTubers that really put it in detail, step by step, of how to curl your hair. And again, it's not about curling your whole entire hair. It's from your ears forward. This is what has to look good. This is what the camera sees. So that's what you're going to focus on. So you're not spending a whole 30 minutes on curling your hair, but there are step-by-step videos that will show you whether you do it with a flat iron or you do it with a curling iron. And I also put curling irons that I feel that are really great for someone to pick them up and you be ready to go.
Yeah.
My rule of thumb is keep it no more than 375, or even less, like 330, 375. It's probably a quick one turn and you're done. Flat ironing your hair, it's making sure that you're putting detail. So pay attention to detail, even if this is the only area that you're going to focus on.
Exactly. And so that, that's really interesting. Again, so much information in that one nugget that you were talking about. We're going to link a great curling iron that you recommend, a great flat iron that you recommend. You spoke earlier about a serum and some smoothing products. Those are all going to be linked in because you have your favorites in every category. So again, Virtual Nation, you can turn to the page and always look up those links and you'll have a link directly to where you can buy them from. And those videos are really great because that's like a practical way they can watch and learn as they go along. This is what I love about Adriana. She is an educator. She's an educator. She wants not only to educate other stylists, but she educates her clients. And that is such a great quality because, it makes you feel like you're so well taken care of, that she is really in it for you when she works with her clients. So I really appreciate that, Adriana. We want to talk about the wavy hair hack with braids. You had mentioned that to me. So can you tell the audience a little bit about how they can accomplish that?
Oh, yes. There's, 4 simple braids, a little French braid starting from here down, and section your hair in 4 quadrants and just braid these 2 and then in the back. Go to bed. And then in the morning, you are ready to style your hair. Your hair will be really pretty and wavy. You add a little bit of pomade, you scrunch it in, and your hair looks like you spent 30 minutes curling it. It's more sexy, it's loose, it's, make sure that you put hairspray in it just so it can last, and you are camera ready. There you could, once you're done, you can leave it as is, or you can put a scarf over it. It's about adding detail to everything that you do. But yes, heatless waves are trending. Moms are busy. They don't have time. Prep your hair prior. The night before, put those products in, braid that hair or twist it. And, you can twist it in your scarf and then put it up, and that also creates waves. So you're going to create different waves, different looks. Some you'll get more of that like wavy, loose ocean waves, and the other one's more of that beachy wave. So there's so many different things that you can do that you can prep prior to, but braid your hair. That's the easiest way.
I know, that's such an easy hack. Everybody can do a braid. Not everybody could do a French braid. I can't do a French braid, but everybody can do a braid. Now, does it matter if your hair is wet or dry? Does it have to be wet or anything like that? Or
not necessarily. However, if it is, make sure that it's nice and neat. So the smoother the braid, the prettier the curl. Yeah. So if you didn't brush it and you're just doing the braid, then you're going to get a lot of frizzies, a lot of separation, creating a frizzy effect. So you want to make sure whether it's dry or whether it's wet. Usually I tell my clients, take a shower the night before, wash your hair, towel dry it really well, put your products in, braid it, and put it up. And go to bed. Yeah. For for the real curly ladies, that
Yes.
don't wash their hair every day, us, the ladies who are more textured,
Yes.
lots of texture, lots of small curls. Put your hair in a pineapple. Basically, all you do is you bring it up, you put your hair in a ponytail, very loose, and you make sure you push it towards the front and you go to bed. That means it does not disturb the curl and you look camera ready the next day.
Oh, so that's for people who have curly hair.
Really curly hair.
Yeah. So is there any thing to tame the curls? Is there a special product that you have listed for us that will tame curls?
Yes. The curl
what is it called?
Curl Amplifier. It's a catwalk line. It's from TG, Tony and Guy.
Yeah.
It's the line that I am an expert on because I use it every day and I love it. It dries crunchy, but when you run your fingers through it, it's smooth as there was no product in your hair, and it keeps your curls really, really beautiful. What I like to tell my clients with really curly hair and when applying that product, from here up, you're going to take a chunk about an inch worth and wrap it around your finger and create a ribbon for that hair that is a little bit unruly, just so you can add a little bit more structure to the curl while that product is in there. And then once you wake up the next day or you blow dry your hair, you separate it very gently to add a little bit more volume, to add a little bit more attitude, but make sure that you're very gentle because curly hair tends to frizz.
Yeah, it does. It does. I have 2 daughters with really curly hair, so I know. And we are linking a curly hair video in our Facebook page. It's really, really good. I watched it myself and Adriana recommended it, and it was very interesting how detailed it was. So we're going to link that in. And this is not a show about trends, but we cannot talk about hair without talking about what's trending when it comes to hair. And so for just a moment, I want to talk about what I think is trending. I'm seeing a lot of shorter cuts. Now, I like my hair long, and long hair is still good, still okay to wear. But I'm seeing a lot of shorter cuts and kind of asymmetrical asymmetrical cuts. So we actually have a picture of what some hairstyles look like. What do you think about that, Adriana?
Oh, it is trending. Women are, I don't know if they're coming into, a new power, a new version of themselves. They're chopping their hair off. They're keeping it very blunt. There's a lot of, they're creating a statement like, here I am. They're even cutting their hair even shorter, where it's like, I am no longer identified by my hair. I am identified by who I am. Look at me roar. So, it's about, setting a statement and honoring who you are and what you want to show up as.
Yeah.
And I think a classic bob is definitely the way to go. And just the bluntness of it it's blowing my mind. So many people are like, bluntness.
It's so cool.
A-line, but blunt lines, which is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's very artistic. It's very artistic. I love the sharp angles. I'm seeing a lot of people with sharp angles, a little longer in the front, a little shorter in the back. I really love that a lot. And I love the idea, especially with those cuts, that you don't have to style it a lot. It's just like, it's kind of like wash and wear, just like, put a couple products on it and it looks great.
Yeah.
Even a little bit messy, actually. So don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. It's about owning who you are in the most minimal way, but yet still looking classy and sophisticated and fashionable.
Absolutely. And, for people who color their hair, because I have to color my roots. For people who color their hair, do you, I know I have a shampoo that I love that was recommended to me by you, and it's a Redken purple shampoo. I love it. And it really helps me keep the tone in my, because not only do I color my roots, but I have highlights, and that's really where it helps with people who have highlights, so it doesn't turn brassy. It just stays nice and fresh. And I'm going to be linking the purple shampoo link because I really swear by that. Do you have any other tips on people who, either color their roots or get the highlights for maintenance?
Definitely the purple. the purple shampoo, it is the way to go. It's something that I would recommend not to use every day, but you use it maybe every other time that you wash your hair, or at least once a week, just to minimize a lot of that brassiness, because blondes do tend to get brassy because of the environment and all the other stuff that we do to our hair. So definitely the purple shampoo is the way to go, and you have to find your preference. But I love Redken. Redken has a beautiful line of color products that really enhance, your home maintenance. I would go with, as far as color, you want to add shine to your hair. Okay.
Yeah.
So shampoo, moisturizing shampoo, if your hair is overly curly or textured or whatever, use a moisturizing shampoo and moisturizing conditioner. The rule of thumb for a conditioner for everyone, so please listen, is flip your head upside down, work it from the ends out.
Okay.
Do not apply it on the roots, because that's where it creates extra oils, and that's where it creates that dirtier feel. That's why the hair gets dirtier quickly or gets oilier quickly. That's where we begin to have dandruff. So these are things that you should think about, is just applying it only on those ends, because those are really the ones that, our bodies produce our natural oils that we could, work off. So we can condition condition the ends, but don't condition your root. What I do want to speak about, and I'll wait until Christine gets me there, is about how to exfoliate your scalp.
Oh, yeah. No, that is a great, point to make. Because we think about taking care of our hair, but we never really think about taking care of our scalp. It's just like with makeup. We think about, putting on our makeup, but very, very less often do we think about how to care for the skin, and that's part of our body. We want to make sure we take care of it. It's a health thing. So what's your recommendation for that?
So I love home remedies. I love something that we can do at home, because we are home. Sometimes we don't have the time to go to the store. So does everybody have apple cider vinegar at home?
I have some.
Yeah, I have some too. I take it every morning. So what if you could use apple cider vinegar, not only to consume, but also to utilize for your scalp, to exfoliate the scalp, to make the hair shinier, to close up that cuticle so the hair can look a lot more silk. That's what we want. We want silky hair. So how to apply? You put a little bit of apple cider vinegar, dilute it with half with water, and then right before you jump in the shower, tilt your head back and pour it into your scalp. Massage your scalp, exfoliate. I recommend to exfoliate once a week. And what happens, it helps with dandruff, it helps with dry scalp, it helps with oily scalp. It really removes any impurities on the scalp, so it promotes healthier scalp. So therefore you have healthier hair, shiny hair. I mean, there's so many components, and then you shampoo, condition, and you're ready to go.
Yeah, so, that's fabulous. I never would have thought apple cider vinegar for hair, but people are using that for so many things.
Yes.
Anyway, I love all these hacks and all these little tips that you're giving us. I think that's amazing, because here's the deal. Our audience is comprised of really busy people. I mean, I think everybody right now is busy, but busy entrepreneurs who are on the go, who really need the shortcuts. They need the shortcuts to taking care of themselves and showing up. So these are all all these tips you've given us are really directly taking us to the tools we need. We don't have to search it. I mean, how great is that to have a whole library of a place you can go where it has all your tools. It has what you would like, what the best anti-frizz is, what's the best tool to use, what's the best brush, which you also have for us, you have linked for us. So we went through the whole gamut. Adriana went through the whole gamut and gave our audience a whole list from the scalp down to the tips of your hair of how to care for it and look great. I love that tip about, conditioning the ends more, because that's where we need it, right? And I would have never, I did not know that. I didn't know that you shouldn't condition the top, which makes so much sense now that you say that. So all the products are going to be linked in the Facebook page, and we really want to make sure that all the resources are there. Adriana, is there anything that I forgot to mention about hair care or showing up on camera that I missed that you really have to let the audience know?
The one thing is, and I'm notorious for this, is deep conditioning.
Okay.
Deep conditioning. A lot of women do not deep condition. And the importance of deep conditioning, it's about taking care of this beautiful hair that we compromise so much, whether we put highlights or we color or we use the iron. It's doing deep conditioning treatments. Olaplex, you can pick it up on Amazon, get the Olaplex #3 that you can do at home. You know, there's so many things that your hair needs hydration. So the more hydrated your hair is, then the more beautiful it looks on camera. So
wow.
It looks like you really care not only about, you know, how you look, but your health of your overall health.
Absolutely. I mean, that's, you know, everything in our body, even our hair, you know, our teeth, our nails, everything requires health care, right? You have to take care of it for a wellness standpoint. And that really is part of what contributes to looking great, you know, is really having all those components being healthy. Thank you. I really appreciate all these tips. This is so great. I have one thing I want to share about Adriana. You know, you've been my hairstylist now for quite a while. I can't even remember how long, but we've really built a great relationship and we've really become friends because we resonate with each other. And one thing I want to just let the audience know about this amazing expert is that you offer this white glove treatment to your clients. Mm-hmm. You know, I always say that the sign of a great entrepreneur is humility. And the reason humility is such an important quality for every entrepreneur is that you have to be open to listen to clients, even if they disagree with you, and not take that personally, but take it from a standpoint of, I'm here to serve you. And I want you to get the most value add. It's not about me, it's about you. And you are an example for that. So that should be part of your bio because that is who you are. It's always better if somebody else says it about you, but you know, that is true. And you mentioned that you have a very special gift for our audience. And can you give us a little bit of not a hint, just tell us what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what I wanted to do is I wanted to really give a lot of value to my audience. And whether it's, I want to give a 15-minute consultation via video, just so I can give, if you have any challenges with your hair, whether it's styling or haircuts, or what do I do, you know, for hair care, I am here for you. I will dedicate 15 minutes of my time to your leisure, will coordinate, and let me give you a 15-minute consultation. Yeah. And whether you come to me or you decide to go to your artist or whatever it is, I am here to give this to you because I feel so grateful, not only to be an artist and be able to create beautiful work, but to be able to contribute back, because without my clients, I'm nothing.
Oh my gosh, you really speak. We're so aligned in our values. I just think that you want to make your client feel amazing. Okay, the trigger word is #brush and shine. I'm going to leave the opportunity open, if it's okay with Adriana, until the end of today for people watching replays to insert #brush and shine and to get this 15 minutes with Adriana. This is like a really great gift because, you know, whether you have your own hairstylist or, you know, you choose to consult with Adriana, this is something that can get you kind of set up for a new, fresh look. And Adriana is really the best at that. So thank you for that, Adriana. It's very, very, very generous of you. So every episode, we wrap up with what I call Waist Up Wardrobe Weekly Wrap Up. And what that is we want our expert to tell us what is the biggest takeaway from styling your hair on camera, whether it's do or don't. What is the biggest takeaway that you want your audience to leave with, if nothing else?
The biggest takeaway is pay attention to detail.
Okay.
You know, remind yourself that you only have to work from a year forward. So pay attention to that detail. What are you going to do so you can look absolutely professional? Your hair is your biggest accessory, so let's treat it like it. So here is our opportunity, whether you're a man or a woman. You know, for us women, let's be the goddess that we are and show that the best version of ourselves. And for those men, let's be those powerful men
Yeah.
who, you know, if we need some tips, let me be the one to guide you in the right direction.
Awesome. That's amazing. And tips. So we need the tips that you want the audience to leave you with.
Okay. Smooth hair.
Okay.
Smooth hair is number one. Okay. So utilizing the right products. I put a couple links in there for you to pick and choose, whether it's a serum, whether it's a heat protectant, or whether it's, you know, something that's going to minimize the frizz. These are some of the tools that you need in order to achieve your look, so you could always look professional. So make sure that, you know, utilize the product. Some people don't really like using product, and I get it, but if we're going to present ourselves on camera, we need to add those tools. So a serum, you know, a heat defender to protect our hair from the heat of the iron, and then some hairspray to just smoothen out, or, you know, piece out whatever it is that you want to enhance.
Yeah.
So utilize the right products.
I love that you can use hairspray to smooth out frizz. You know, you just kind of spray it a little bit in your hand, right? And then you smooth it. That's such a great technique that you taught me. And finally, and of course, all the tools that you've provided are listed on the Facebook page. But how about the action items? We want to put people right into action. If you had to leave everybody with 1 or 2 or 3 things that they can do right now, what would those be, Adriana?
Okay, the number one is, it's the elephant in the room, is how do I get rid of my gray, right?
Yes.
So go see if you have eyeshadows that match your hair color, and make sure that they're matte. Just in case you run out, it breaks, whatever it is, you always want to have backup. Make sure that you have the right tools. You know, what tools do I have? What is my inventory? What do I have? Do I have a curling iron? How could I use it? You know, do I have a brush? How can I use it? You know, what kind of brush should I use? And then, does everybody have apple cider vinegar? Go look in your refrigerator, you know, drink it and wear it, you know, and that will create a beautiful, healthy scalp for beautiful, shiny hair.
Yes, that's so awesome. Thank you for putting us right into action. That is what we mean with, you know, the wrap up. There you have it, a Waist Up Wardrobe weekly wrap up. And if you want the 50 minutes with Adriana, please put the hashtag brush and shine in the chat box, because that's how you'll get it. I'm going to leave this opportunity open until the end of the day for those listening to the replay. Brush and shine, insert it into the comment box so that she could jump on the camera with you. If you're thinking of changing your hairstyle, this is a perfect opportunity to have an expert like guide you, like, you know, with and get you kind of thinking about what could make you look fresh and great for the camera. And as I said, you know, of course, we're on social media everywhere. We are on Instagram and Facebook and even TikTok now, as you guys probably already know. I know Adriana knows. And YouTube.
And
YouTube. We are everywhere on social media. Go visit our social and follow us there. We would be very honored and privileged to have you be part of our audience. And we just got approved to be on iTunes, the Audible iTunes. You can download this. You can listen to it in the car if you can't catch the live stream. But we are very excited that this happened. It's such a great thing to be able to just listen to it, because not everybody can actually watch. It's just better in our multitasking world. So thank you for joining us, Adriana. Thank you, Virtual Nation, for joining us. We are so excited that that we were able to bring you such a knockout expert to talk to us about all the details of hairstyling. And I'm going to ask one more thing before I close, Adriana. How can people reach you if they wanted to?
Okay, great way to reach me. And I think that it gives everybody an opportunity also to view my work is in Instagram, and look under Adriana, ADRI by art. Actually, I'm sorry, art by Adri B. So it's art, ARTBY ADRIB. So it's art by Adri B.
Okay, and we'll put that in the chat box so it's easy for people so they don't have to remember
and that's my Instagram for hair, and you can reach me if you have any questions, and it also gives you a look of my work and how I work and what I do and what type of clientele I have. And this is how I get to display my work.
That's absolutely wonderful, and thank you for providing that. But we'll definitely put it in the chat box so that way, because it's a little hard sometimes, people miss it. So we're not going to let you miss it. We'll put it in the chat box so that you can have access to it when you need to. But thanks for joining us, Virtual Nation. We're so excited that you were here at Waist Up Wardrobe, and we want you to think about joining us next week because we have another very, very special guest. Lacey Hagan, the founder of Beauté Nouveau, is a skincare expert. She got her start as a makeup artist and really knows a lot about skincare and the health of skincare. And she created this product that is so exclusive that she will share with us that day, but also will give us so many tips about how to care for your skin. She is like a living model of what she does. When you see her on camera, she has porcelain skin. So she practices what she preaches. Don't miss that episode because listen, even though that's the foundation, people don't see your skin underneath all the makeup. That is really part of being Waist Up Wardrobe prepared, because your health is really everything. Your health is what you build on to look great. And if you're not healthy, it's hard to feel great. So that is really the goal. So join us next week, same time, same place here in the Facebook page at 11:30. And we're going to be interviewing Lacey Hagan on skincare and skin quality and health. But remember, very, very soon, in the next couple of days, you'll be able to download our episodes on iTunes. So don't miss out on that.